Hello everyone, my name is Bantermain and welcome to today's video. My friends and I have been extremely privileged to meet the voice actor for Tachanka, Vlad Stokanic. Today we're going to be interviewing Vlad and taking it in turns to ask him questions about his career, his personal life, and everything about Tachanka you can think of. If there's any questions you really want to know the answer to, then check the timestamps below because I've timestamped every question we ask. Please make sure you stick around to the end of the video because Vlad has a very special message for you Tachanka fans. But without further ado, let's let Vlad introduce himself.
Well, hey everybody, this is voice actor Vlad Stokanic, and I'm the voice of Tachanka.
The Lord, Tachanka, praise be.
So first off, tell us about yourself.
I was born in 1976 in communist Yugoslavia.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. I was born and raised in Belgrade, and I stayed until I moved to Canada in 1997. Well, I started my acting career and everything else. Well, until I was 20, I was in Yugoslavia.
A lot of people think you're Russian, so that's nice cleaning that out. Then
But we're all Slavic basically.
Yeah.
Russians, Serbians, there's a lot of Slavic and that different nationalities. So it's easy to mistake one for another. And also in game, I have a Russian accent. So
yeah. So my question is, how did you get into voice acting?
Well, the thing is, I've always, since I was a kid, I was always fascinated by, superheroes, and, like comic book. For me, it was a fantasy world, and I wanted to belong to it. I wanted to act. I wanted to be part of it, I would dress up as a kid, pretend I'm a superhero, learn their moves, and, I was always fascinated by it. And it was just a natural thing to me, to just become eventually, an actor and, try acting.
How did you get to become the voice of Tachanka? What led you to that role?
Well, what actually happened, because like I said, I started acting, and then one of the first roles I landed as an actor was to play a Bane in a Batman game.
Oh.
Arkham Origins.
Oh, no way!
Wow.
Yeah. I was Bane. I was the badass Bane, and I was like, you can't even imagine when my agent told me that I got the role.
Wow.
And I always knew who Bane. Bane is the only guy that broke Batman.
Yeah.
And I got to play it, and I read comic books when I was a kid. I mean, for me, it was a dream come true. And then I started auditioning for, voiceover, for, and everything else, motion capture, because now I gained some experience, when I was shooting this game, Arkham Origins. And and it eventually took off. In the beginning, it's really hard to get in until I started to get bigger roles, which happened later. I auditioned for Ubisoft on several occasions. And I think I did land one or two, like smaller a day or 2 days. But this was before. For Tachanka, basically, I auditioned and they gave me a bunch of basically lines that made no sense to me. I did not know. And I just thought, well, it's one of those like 1 day acting gigs I get, like voiceover gigs. And I did it, and they said, okay, thank you, thank you very much. And that was it. And I thought that was it. 1 day, I got paid, and okay, fine, But then they called me again, and this time it was a little bit different, like more lines, a little bit different lines. My agent calls me, and she was stoked. She was so happy. She said, you got the role. They want to offer you the role of Tachanka. And at that time, I really did not know much about Tachanka, who he is, who he was. But then, like I said, I started reading because I wanted to, familiarize myself with him, who he is. And then I realized who he is. And I told myself basically, oh, these shoes are going to be hard to fill.
Yeah.
And I started basically, yeah, definitely. When I saw the community and who he is, oh my God, I told myself, this is going to be really hard. Like, these are really big shoes to fill.
A lot of people's favorite operator, isn't he? That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he is all I play when I play.
I pay you any money, yeah.
Is that kind of strange hearing yourself talk to you through the game?
It was in the beginning, but then after a while, how, when you do voice acting, you just get used to it, hearing yourself. And it actually helps fine-tune your voice.
Yeah.
And I listening to myself, like my lines over and over, and I try things differently, Like I said, I've always been fascinated, and I always loved acting. And like I said, this is something I do in my free time. And I enjoy it. I love hearing myself, and like I said, trying different things, experimenting. I usually go around the house and, like I'm imagining I'm doing this, like different scenarios in my head, and I'm saying lines, and my kids laugh. Like, we all have a blast. We all laugh, So.
Yeah. Do they play Siege, your kids?
They do, yes.
Yeah.
We all play, like, we're like a the gamer family.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about being the voice of Tachanka?
It's who he is, the character. I mean, he's huge. He's over the top. He's the Lord. He's the king. I mean, he's big. He's loud. I mean, that's. I mean, I did a research. Like I said, when I landed this role, and I did research on Russian mafia or Russian communist leaders, or everything that I could put my hands on. I was researching, I was reading, I was listening to try to get the feel of who this guy could be. Spetsnaz, anything I could find, anything.
It's
And
dedication.
this is what I like about him. He's, of course, I mean, he is complex, and I think he's very, very intelligent. And I just, like I said, I just see myself as Tachanka, and that's the only way for me to do this. I have to imagine myself being him.
You probably get this a lot, but could we hear some of your favorite voice lines?
Sure. Okay, this might get a little bit loud.
That's all right.
Okay. LMG, mountain. Fine, baby Shumita. Let them come. We're not out of the woods yet, bratan.
Oh my god.
That's
Brilliant.
amazing.
They get serious.
I remember when they announced a rework, people on Instagram, they were worried.
You know what? So was I.
Yeah.
Because Anatoly, he's a friend of mine.
Oh, right.
Oh wow.
And I know, yeah, he's a friend of mine. We worked together on like different projects before. He's a friend of mine. We talked and everything. When I realized what they gave me, I mean, they don't tell you what it is. It's always in code, and you have no idea basically going in what you are going to do. And when I got it and when I signed the contract and basically they revealed the information and I realized, oh my God, this used to be him. And I told him, I said to myself, oh, this is going to be even harder now.
Yeah.
Because I know he is good. I know how good he sounded. And I know people love them. And the thing is, every time you're replacing someone else, usually it's really, really tough. It's really tough replacing you. After people are used to it, knowing that the way somebody sounds or acts, it's hard. And I was worried.
Yeah.
How did you feel replacing the last Tachanka voice actor? Was there any awkwardness between you two?
You know what? Not really, because we both understand the nature of this business.
Yeah.
It's hard stuff to get in, and I would not be disappointed or mad if he did the same, if he accepted something that I took, that I did before, because he's a good friend of mine, and you know what? My hat is off to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
But
fair.
he understands. There's no hard feelings.
Yeah, no, that's good. We've heard you mention it a few times, but is Tachanka a communist?
Well, he was definitely born in communist Russia.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, me thinking like him being who he is, I don't think he belonged to communists.
Yeah.
I mean, he would do anything to survive, of course. He's a survivor. But I do not see him like a hardcore communist.
Interesting.
I mean, that's how I see myself also. Like,
Yeah.
I could not be a communist.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, yeah, I could live, I could adapt. But no, definitely not. I don't think he would be.
So what does Tachanka do in his spare time?
What he does or what I do.
Well, what do you do?
Well, basically, I used to own my own business, but now I sold it, and I'm pretty much only do acting. And in my free time, I exercise, I read a lot, anything that would help me fine polish, my craft, acting. I have a little recording studio in my house, and I always practice. I play games, and I would repeat lines in games with different accents, different punctuation, just playing around. Because this is something really I really enjoy doing. And this is something I do on a daily basis, pretty much. Next to my exercising and, everything else.
Living the dream.
That does sound like the dream.
It sounds awesome.
Like to believe so. And now basically landing this role and, signing the contract, until 2022.
Oh, yeah.
I'm well off for now. Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, there's going to be some work for me to do. And after, Ubisoft, the guys from Ubisoft, they're really happy with what I did, all the work I've done. So I believe in the future, there's definitely, things to be done in future for me and place for me, with Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Can you teach us how to do the Tachanka voice? And I'm pretty sure none of us here can do that well.
No.
So I think that's going to be very difficult anyway.
Like I mentioned, I did a lot of background.
Oh,
I
yeah,
did a
of
lot
course.
of work,
Yeah.
reading that goes into character. It's not only about voice.
Mm.
It's what's behind the voice also. One of the things about basically speaking Russian accent is like rolling those R's. So you really have to roll those R's, comrade.
I don't want to try.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
It takes practice, basically. But
Yeah.
see, me being from Serbia, from Yugoslavia, of course, and like speaking a Slavic language,
Yeah.
it comes naturally to me. So
See if I can try. See what you think.
Do you want to try banter?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
No.
LMG reloaded!
but that's actually pretty good. That's
Hey.
pretty good, actually.
Wow.
Well done,
okay, fair
comrade.
banter.
Did you know anything about Siege? Did you know anything about Tom Clancy, the whole franchise, before you had the role?
I actually did, yeah, because I actually started gaming back in 1998 or 1999.
Oh, I was born then. Wow.
Yeah. I started with the first Doom, Quake. I played it all, and then when one of the first Siege games came out, it wasn't until Las Vegas that I really started to like this game. All the changes that it was just revolutionary. But unfortunately, I had to give up gaming because of my, kids, my first kid being born, and I had to work hard and, start my own business, and I just could not continue gaming because, as you all probably know, it's highly addictive.
Oh, yeah.
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 I mean, so I would game like with my friends for like hours and hours, and I just could not continue, not with the family and kid on the way. I just couldn't. So I had to give up basically gaming on my PC and the gaming in general for a good 5, 6, 7 years. Like I said, I played Las Vegas. Yes, it was hard. Definitely. I miss it so much, and like I could never stop playing games. I knew eventually I would always come back and play again. And like I said, now I'm 44 years old and I still game and I still play. I still have that passion in me, same as I did, when I was 20.
Do you still play Siege? Do you still enjoy playing Siege?
Oh, of course. Well, like I said, now that I landed this role and I realized who Tachanka is and I started reading about the game, I mean, it is so complex. It is a really tough game to get in. There's a huge learning curve.
High skill ceiling.
And then, like I said, I really needed to get back into it. And I started playing on Xbox a little bit, like a few years ago. I started, gaming on Xbox. Nothing serious. And then I decided now that I landed the role to buy the game. And I started playing when I have time, of course. But yeah, definitely I enjoy game. And I intend now, I'm getting a lot of, love from my fans and, and I'm definitely want to give it back to community now. And people ask to play with them. So definitely I will game more and, try to, play games with people and, give it back and give back to community.
What rank are you?
Oh, I play with my boy. He actually does most of the playing. I think 52, 53. I'm not sure. I only have maybe 20 or 30 hours. But he has, like, my boy has more than my kids have more than I do. But I also enjoy watching, not only playing, I also enjoy watching. But I think he was 50, 52, 54, I'm not sure, something like this.
I think this might be a bit of a stupid question to ask.
Yeah.
But it's on the list, so I'll ask it. What is your favorite operator?
Sure. What do you think? Tachanka, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
If I cannot play him on the defense, I will not play. That's it.
What about on attack?
I will not play.
Just leaves the game.
Switch.
It's Sledge.
Oh,
It's
Sledge.
Sledge 90%.
Sledge.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
Sledge. Yeah.
I mean, he being a huge, strong guy, and I don't know. I just, sometimes I would play Ash, but like I said, 90% of the time it's for Sledge and Jank always, like I said.
Yeah.
Of course.
Tachanka was actually my first ever operator I bought in the game back on release, vanilla,
Oh,
in 2016.
Oh wow! Oh yeah, all the way to Janka.
So what would be your favorite map if you had to pick one?
I like Outback. I just played Outback today.
I
I
like
had,
that map, yeah. A lot of people don't like that
Outback. I
map.
don't know. I
Yeah,
just like
can't
it.
stand out back.
I know. I do.
I really like
Yeah,
that.
I just played today, and I had a lot. I like the plane, presidential plane. I like a bank. Clubhouse is good also. I don't have a lot of experience, still. So I'm still learning. It's difficult sometimes.
If you could create an operator, what would his abilities be?
And this is what I mentioned to so many people. I would love to see Tachanka throw knives.
That does actually sound quite cool.
Give him a ballistic knife, but let him throw knives. And I'm sure Tachanka, being a Spetsnaz and everything, definitely more power, but more mobility, definitely.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
Like just because he's a big guy doesn't mean he's slow. He has to be slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I really
So,
like
yeah,
that
that's
idea. I
definitely-
like that idea.
Mm.
So, what's the best and worst thing about playing Siege?
Honestly, best thing is just fun. I mean, it's so addictive. Yeah, I could just get into it and just spend hours just playing.
Mhm.
But worst thing about it is not enough hours in a day.
The best thing is also the worst thing. Yeah.
I cannot criticize. I mean, I still not familiar with the game 100%, so I
That's
cannot say. So I love gaming. I'm a gamer.
Tachanka is a
But until
confirmed
then,
gamer.
What is your favorite thing about voice acting?
it's becoming a character basically. When I on my way to the studio, this is what I think about, the lines and who the guy is and how he speaks. And it's perfect. I practice my lines. I'm by myself. I just get into that character. Go into the studio. I'm Tachanka. Walking into those doors, I'm Tachanka. And that's what basically guys from Ubisoft really like about me. I can do most of the lines in half the time. All thanks to basically becoming a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
And that's what I really like about voice acting, or acting in general.
Aside from the previous voice of Tachanka, are you friends with any, or do you know any of the other voices for the operators?
I know Martin Kopping. I know him. I just talked to
Yeah.
him yesterday, I believe so. Yeah, definitely a cool guy, cool dude. A lot of my fans suggested that maybe we should get in and play together. Me and Matthew.
Is he actually Australian?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it is.
Fair enough.
Are you excited for the future of Rainbow Six Siege and also R6 Parasite?
Yes, well, definitely. I mean, shooting aliens and zombies. These are my two favorites. I mean, and
Yeah,
if I can use Tachanka sledge, oh my god,
Yeah, of course.
that's definitely.
We're actually out of questions on the list, but I've thought of a bonus one.
I've thought one as
Okay.
well. I've got a really big one.
Okay, I'll go first with quite a simple one. Is Tachanka's model, is his so his elite is rather barebacked, Jay? Is it modelled off of your body?
No, he was not.
Now, see, that's surprising because looking at you, you're quite a big guy, you know.
I am actually quite bigger than he is.
Whoa.
Much
That's
stronger.
yeah, that's a flex. Yeah.
I'm 6'5" almost. That's 197, 198 centimeters, and I weigh 139 kilos.
Bigger than
Yeah, my
Tachanka.
legs-
I might have to start going gym.
Tachanka is bigger than Tachanka.
That's amazing.
That's a new one. So I was wondering, it was a few days ago when you spoke to some of the first pages on Instagram. And I remember you sent like a voice note, and the amount of people who were going so crazy with, oh, Tachanka's just messaged me. They couldn't believe it. It was crazy, right? How come you messaged the Siege pages? How come you thought you should do it?
Well, you know what? Because I guess people found out who I was, what my real name is,
Yeah.
and they just messaged me and they said, "Hey, I'm your biggest fan. Can you say LMG?" Mounted and loaded, and I mean, how could I not to?
Yeah.
And like I said, and me, like, I love this acting, and like giving back to the community, and those fans, it's the least I can do.
Yeah, amazing.
I wouldn't be here where I am if it wasn't for fans. For the past couple of days, I recorded over 300 to 400 messages,
Wow.
voice messages for sure.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And I will continue to do so. The other day, I actually sent this guy's, it was his birthday. So I sent him a happy birthday to you in Tachanka's voice.
That's really nice.
And then this guy, he said he's always late for his work. And he asked if I could basically send him a message, in the form of wake up alarm. So I did this also.
Hello, everyone. This is your Lord speaking. I want to thank you for all the love and support you have given me.
And you made a
Yeah.
Discord for it as well, for bedtime stories.
People keep asking me, and there's so many ideas. Oh, you should do this. Oh, Lord, you should do that. I said, you know what, guys? If this is what you want, I will do it for you. Seeing who Tachanka is and how much fans love him, I mean, I just have to do something about this. So I started a Discord server, and I started a TikTok, and I'm gonna now start a YouTube channel. And basically, anything and anywhere my fans want to see me, I will do so. And anything they want me to do and help them out, or record a message or greeting or anything. And one of the fans actually suggested, maybe I should read a bedtime story. So I said, you know what? If you guys buy the special pack and special skin, and and you put it in, you tag me in it, and you post it online, I will create a a voice channel to Tachanka's bedtime stories, and I will read you guys the bedtime story.
Amazing. Link to all those socials will be in the descriptions of these videos. I mean, as content creators, we can familiate a lot with that. Trying to give back to the community and the appreciation we have for fans in general.
Well, I'm here to stay. Like I said, I got this, and I'm here, and I'm leaving, and I will do anything for my fans, and I will give back as much as I can. So anything you guys can help, just to spread the word, it would be more than appreciated,
absolutely.
like I said. And you can also say to all the fans, I will keep recording those messages and greetings and, anything. Like, I love doing this. It's not, like I said. And I got messages and requests from so many different countries all over the world. And to me, it's such an honor having somebody from India or, anywhere else, like, just asking about this and asking about, and a lot of times I would butcher the name because I don't know how to pronounce it well, but I always apologize, but they don't mind. They're like, oh my God, thank you so much. Doesn't matter. I don't care if you butcher my name. That's fine. It's great. But I will continue to do so, like I said, and it's a huge. I find a huge pleasure in doing this for my fans.
Amazing.
Any final words? Any final goodbye messages to any of you fans out there?
Well, I just want to thank all of my fans from the bottom of my heart for all the support and love they've given me. And like I said, keep following, keep promoting, and anything I can do for you, I will.
Okay, brilliant.
Praise be.
Praise be the Lord. So there we go, an absolutely amazing interview with an absolutely amazing guy. We want to thank Vlad for taking time out of his very busy day to join us, and in return, all of Vlad's socials are linked in the description below. We hope you enjoyed this interview. We might be a bit rusty, we've never done an interview before, but if you enjoyed it, then please leave a like on the video and share it around. If not for me, then for Vlad. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and have a great day. I'll see you later.
Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good day, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Jeez.
Wow.
Oh, that was better than I thought.
What a nice guy. What an absolutely great guy.
Hot bloke.
Yeah,
Oh my.
the determination in that guy, the motivation, his work
Guys,
ethic.
we just became interviewers.
We
made
did.
it.
That was so strange. That was so strange.
That was weird.
That's the first interview I've ever done.
Yeah.
I did a podcast once for 10 viewers, but other than that,
So
I think we did good. I think
we
all
did
three of us
pretty
good.
good. Yeah.
I think we managed it well.